Hello again and welcome to another Mordian Glory Live. I'm incredibly sorry that I am a little delayed, but I'm here now. And do not fear, because I will make up the lost time. You have lost 13 minutes, therefore you will get 13 minutes extra. So, hope everyone has been having a lovely time this week. It's been absolutely boiling in the UK, but we are now ready to play some games. And as the title says, we'll be playing Hearts of Iron 4, a very, very highly requested game. So let's have a little go at the old Hearts of Iron 4. I have been a little reluctant to do it simply because my fan sounds like it's taking off, but I have been tweaking with the settings, and now the background fan noise should be a thing no more. So let's have a go. And I also finally got La Resistance. So we will be using that as well. Whereas if I played it a bit earlier, I would have had nowhere near. I would have had Man the Gun, so not too bad. Not too bad. Here we go. So I'm just going to get the old chat up on the phone. La Resistance, la phone. Turn down the sound. Mordian Glory Live. There we go. There we go. So, today guys, I have something a little interesting to show you. Something I've been playing around with. Single player, to try and get it to work, and I think it should make for quite an interesting stream, because the problem you can have with Hearts of Iron 4 is that the first couple of hours feck all happens, which is very boring. But that is not what we're going to do. We're going to have a very exciting early game. However, we're not going to play something obvious like Germany, which is very, Germany's got a kind of exciting early game, but it doesn't really fully kick off until 1939 odds. And we want, it'll take us a couple of hours to get to 1939. So we're going to play something that has a bit more bite to it. So we're going to play 1936, and we are going to play the Kingdom of Romania. Romania has a fantastic start because you can go pretty bonkers in the first 3 years and become a total chad of a nation. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so select country. I'm going Iron Man mode, stock focus. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. So there we go. Now let's kick off straight away. Now, could everyone tell me if they can hear me okay? If the game background noise is too loud, just let me know. I'm keeping an eye on the chat. Let me know. Let me know how it's going along. So, what we're going to do is we are going to become. I think Trickstick might have guessed successfully. We are going to become the puppet master of the Balkans. Now, if you've not played much Hearts of Iron before, or if you've only played as sort of like some of the main nations, then you'll find that. And to be honest, if you play, most people who play Hearts of Iron have this idea of they want to make their nation as big as possible. They want to gobble up all the nations around it. But what's actually quite interesting is if you don't take the land yourself, but you surround yourself with lots and lots of puppets. Now, it can work. And this tactic that I'm going to show off is actually a bit better for if you're playing in a casual multiplayer game. So if you're playing with maybe 10 or so mates, and you're all playing together, it works a bit better. When you play it again in single player, the AI goes a bit funny. But it's still pretty good. So, as Romania, you start off as probably one of the strongest Balkans nations. And we're going to take full advantage of that. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to get some research up. We want to get that economy burning. We want to be doing Fantastico Economio. So we're just going to really smash it on the economy at first. Okay, we just want to have better research, better production efficiency, better factory repair speed. That's all we want. That's all we want. Trickstick, answer your question. How scary is Turkey in World War II? I can't say I know anything about them in that period. I know about the Ottomans and they're terrifying. Turkey played it very neutral in World War II until the very end when they helped dogpile the bad guys. But apart from that, they were pretty chill. They learned from World War One, which didn't go totally well for them. They chose the wrong side as well. What's the wrong side? They chose the losing side. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that and free civilian factories. Now, anyone who is, knows a bit about Hearts of Iron is that you want to be building civilian factories. Okay, civilian factories for life, because. Very importantly, if you build civilian factories, it means that you can build other factories quicker, and you can always swap them over later. So you can convert your civilian factories to your military factories. But if you build military factories from the get-go, you'll be building things slower. So even though you'll get more equipment, in the long run, it's a bad idea. So you want to build civilians first. I'm actually going to go. I'm going to leave these two free because I'll probably put mills there. No, we're going to put civilian factories there. Okay. And then we'll put a couple of mills there. It's not necessarily the best strat, this is just something I found works fairly well. And then we're going to go bonkers on the whatchamacallit, infrastructure. Right, now, you may have noticed I am purposely putting nothing in southern Bessarabia and also Bessarabia. Oh, we don't want anything in Bukovina either. Okay. Very importantly, you don't put anything there because the Soviets are going to demand that off you, and you're going to give it to them because if you don't, they're going to invade you before you're ready for anything, and it's all going to go It's all going to be a bit funky. Next thing, what you want to do straight away. Well, you don't have to do it straight away actually. We're going to go down the Balkans dominance route, to let you know, but you don't want to do that straight away because all that gives you is quicker justify war goal, but we're not that bothered about justify war goal right now. What we want to do is get rid of our bozo of a king who, quite frankly, his missus is a total nightmare. We don't want anything to do with her. Right, so we're going to do that now. Controversial. We don't want any light tanks. Okay? We don't want any light tanks. Light tanks have no breakthrough. They become redundant very quickly. And to be honest, as Romania, your job is just to produce hardcore infantry divisions so that the Germans don't have to worry about you as much. Also, you're never going to win the naval fight, so don't waste steel on the navy. You want to produce artillery for early game soft attack, and then you want to produce a crap load of rifles. Okay? Because the reason you want to produce a crap load of rifles is because you want to produce a crap load of infantry. So what you're going to do is you're going to take all these units, some of which are cavalry, some of which are mountaineers, which are okay, and some of which are like tanks, and to be honest, you just want. There are a lot of mountains around here. If you look at the people around us, no mountains, some but not a lot. There's a few there, I guess. That's kind of a big deal. And there's some mountains here, but it's not too bad. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take all these divisions and put them into. Well, actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep the cavalry. Just because cavalry is nice and cheap to produce and is a bit fast. So we're going to take all of our divisions. We're going to take that one. We're going to convert to infantry. Thank you. Well, last time I did this, I turned everyone over to infantry divisions and it worked really well. So, frig it, that's what we'll do this time. Right, so everyone's going to be an infantry division now. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, the problem with doing that is that it means that we don't have enough infantry equipment to equip everyone, but because we're not going to be going to battle anytime soon, it doesn't really matter. And what that does is it means we get to dump loads of people into our regiments. So our regiments will get nice and big. And then we're just going to take these guys and put them... Ooh, we're going to take all our regiments, split them into 2. And then we're going to put half here. And we're going to put half here. And we're going to give these guys... we're going to give these guys... this guy. I'm going to give... I know he's a field marshal, but it's fine for now. I'm going to give these guys this guy because he knows how to fight a mountain. There we go. And then we're going to unpause the game. And we are going to get some steel from Germany for now. Which is not ideal, but we don't really care about not producing our artillery at super good speeds. But we do want to produce as much infantry equipment as possible. Right, this is why the King's Missus is a total nightmare. Right, total fucking nightmare. Because she constantly goes around and... he's basically got a gold digger as a wife. He's basically got a gold digger. And she just goes around spending loads of money on like villas and fancy dinners. And you can either accept that she's going to spend loads of your money on that, which screws your economy, or you can have your economy not quite as badly impacted, but your political power just goes through the floor. So unfortunately we can't afford to do that because we need political power to get stuff done. So we're going to take the hit to the economy. So unfortunately our economy is not going to be very good because we're going to have loads of factories doing trade for steel, which we need because we're in the poor for infantry equipment, and we're going to have you know, a lot of it going onto the supplementary budget. Basically is Gold Digger's budget. So not ideal, not ideal to say the least. But the thing is that this guy, King Carol, is actually a bit of a... he's a bit of a Chad. He's a bit of a geezer. And so this guy is totally ineffective and not particularly helpful. But King Carol is very good because when we get him in power like we want him, when we sit him down and tell him what we want him to do, he will allow us to get loads of political advisors and change our economy and blah, blah, blah. He'll allow us to do that for 25% cheaper. So that is très It's very good. I'm going to try and include as much terrible GCSE middle school French for my American counterparts because we're playing La Resistance. Now, you might be saying, why are you not building ships? I'm not building ships because it takes steel, and all our steel must go into gun production. I mean, to be fair, I do have 4 steel spare, so I could put that into boats, but it's not going to go into boats for long, so there's no point. Right, let's pause it. Ethiopia's capitulated, sad times. More research plots, national focus, revise une constitution. Manpower is low. Manpower is 0, mate, but that's fine. It's not gone. It will just tick up. It just means every time someone volunteers, we just get them in uniform as quickly as possible. I say volunteers because we are on volunteer-only population at the moment. Righty ho-hos. Insufficient resources. Yeah, fine. That's tungsten. We don't care. Political power. Political power. So first thing you want to do with your political power is get the guy, if possible, that gives you more political power. He's got to spend money to make money. So this guy. Now. Oh, August Varley, read my DMs. Yes, I'm so sorry. You know what? I'll do it now. I'll do it right now. Whilst I'm going to put this down to 4 speed so I don't miss anything too important. I'm going to check them right now for you. I won't read anything out. Don't worry. but I will do it now. Do it live. Come on, life. Let me switch account, switcheroo. Mordian glory. We no longer get effects from Mrs.'s budget. It's switching. It's switching. It's doing it. It's doing it. Doing it live. It's doing it live. Right. Oh wow! Message. Message. Just pause that. Continue. Whee! There we go. That looks awesome. Yes, I have received messages. Right, I've got those messages in front of me now. I will concentrate on the stream, but I have them. I will not miss them, and I will reply to you post-stream. Promise. As a guard commander. There you go. Right, we're back in business. Ooh. Basic machine tools, research. Now we're going to go for dispersed industry. Now I don't really understand which one's better here. I've always assumed that dispersed industry is better because max factory state 20%, production efficiency retention 10%, production efficiency base 5%, factory output plus 10%, factory output plus 15%. So dispersed industry is good if you want your factories to not get blown up, but concentrated industry is 5% better at just raw factory output. But I personally think most of these benefits are better, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Right, let's go. Speed. Right. You offensive line. That'll do. You offensive line. There. Now we're not actually intending, unless we have to invade these people. We're not intending on that. We're hoping they're going to see the light of the light, and they're going to see that their Romanians know what they're doing. Now, the great thing about playing games like Hearts of Iron and playing board games, tabletop games like Bot Action, is it makes you go and learn more about history. And I never fully appreciated how much Romania committed to the war. Honestly, they committed more than all of other Germany's allies put together. Now, when I haven't double checked this fact, but I assume that also includes Italy. Which, if that is the case, then well, everyone knows Italy was a joke. Sorry, any Italians. Wasn't that Italy was a joke? It's that Mussolini and his stupid mates that were in charge were a joke. Okay, the Italian soldiers actually fought as best they could with what they had, and I'm that is fair. That's just the truth of it. Right. Flexible foreign policy. We're trying to get as fascist as hell as quickly as possible in this game, not in real life, obviously. Modify government. Now you see, because we've got this geezer in charge now, whilst the country is a bit less stable, but we're already pretty good. Look, stability, we're not getting any negatives from stability, really. We get all these bonuses. Now, we can't go to war economy yet. We will be going to war economy soon, but we can't go to war economy yet. It's a bit of a trade-off. Do you want to go partial mobilization, then war economy? TBH, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one, but I personally, I know it sounds a bit crazy, but I actually tend to go this guy next, which I think is probably wrong. But the reason I go this guy next is because it's more political power. And that is, we need as much political power as we can get going forward. So that's what we're going for. Michael Greb, dispersing injury is better if you get bombed or when you keep switching, upgrading your equipment. Well, we do keep doing that, and we are very likely to get the bomb crapped out of us. So I think dispersing injury is better. Trickstick, I was watching something about Italian naval shells and how terrible the quality control was in them. Great target system that couldn't hit anything because of the wonky shells. Very true. The Italian soldiers, the Germans, like German commanders such as I believe Rommel, had great respect for the bravery and skill that the Italian soldiers displayed, but their equipment was just so bad. And it had got to the point in sort of World War II where technology did matter a lot. Like, it really, really did make a big difference. In World War One, especially at the outbreak of World War One, it wasn't quite as a big a deal. It still was a big deal, obviously. Technology is always a big deal. But it was a lot more infantry, rifles, artillery, and if everyone can spam that as much as possible, then you know you're all pretty much on the same same playing field. And you know, whilst you could argue, you know, the French Lebel rifle had a terrible magazine system, and it took them like 2 years to just get up to the same level as the Germans. But at the end of the day, it's still a rifle, and God. Bloody misses buying more villas. It's still a rifle, and so the technological differences between rifles in World War One made small differences, whereas the fact that, you know, in World War Two, the Italians just had loads of tankettes and no real proper tanks. That was just huge. Just it was terrible. And you're sending people. You know, Italians had to like, oh, we've got armored divisions. It's like, well, no, you haven't got armored divisions. You've got people in tankettes which have already been basically made redundant technology by the Spanish Civil War. You're sending those against British Matilda tanks, which not even the Germans can penetrate the armour of with their tanks. It's just, yeah. And they never had the industry. They never had the industrial base. But the Italians used the same rifle throughout World War One and World War Two, and it was fucking old and out of date in World War One. You know, the Carcano was out of date in World War One. It was very out of date by World War Two, and they didn't have the manpower like Russia did to be like, oh yeah, Mosin Nagants for everyone. And the Russians did get a lot of PPSHs when they could get them. You know, they produced a flipping lot of those bullet hoses. Anyway, we're almost at the next bit. Let's tick it up. Tick it up. Speed. I've got a need for speed. So. Nationalist Spain declared war on Spain. So, Spanish Civil War's kicking off. Now, last time I played this, I've only just installed the La Resistance DLC. And the anarchists rose up, but they didn't get any territory like they should have done. So, I'm not sure if it's 100% there, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, almost got flexible foreign policy, which was just, it's okay for improved relations, maintain costs, but we're not going to really make use of that. The Sentinel of the Motherland. Okay. Okie dokie. Ah. Let's do it. Boom. 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 A pro-Axis government. We want this because we want to get the Iron Guard, which then we want to get able to force abdication. That's what we want. We don't want to go pro-Allied government, really, because we kind of want to ally ourselves with the Soviets. Soviets, Jesus Christ, we go pro-Soviet government then. We'll ally with the Germans, because that's what you would do in a online historical game. Now, if you look, we switched everyone over and made our positions nice and swole. Divisions nice and swole, but now we were on 0 manpower, but now we've got 102k, which is actually pretty good. So, We haven't got any army experience yet, but we are now going to hire... Where the hell is he? This guy. Oh, I can't hire him yet. Almost hire him. But we're going to hire this guy, and he will give us army experience, and that will be very, very useful. You want your military theorists. You probably want your military theorists in, like, the first four things, because you want to get as much army experience as possible. Okay. Army experience is very important if you're playing unmodded Hearts of Iron 4, because you can't tweak the composition of your infantry divisions without army experience. Don't know why, but I guess it kind of makes sense. They go with something they've made on paper, and then until they've actually used it, they can't. So now it's telling us off for no divisions and basic training. That's because we've finally got enough manpower for it to give a damn about. But if you look, we're still in the hole for infantry equipment. So there's no point in trying to start training infantry divisions, because one, training is bullshit, and two, it's all about the equipment, basically. We don't want to go past mobilisation yet. We don't want to change conscription laws. I think at this point we want the captain of industry. No, we're going for military theorists first. Okay, military theorists first. No military training, that's fine. So if you look, these divisions are pretty good. They're pretty good, but they need an extra infantry guy to make them 20 width. And they're okay. They need an extra 2 guys so that they can be 10 width in 10 width cavalry. 10 width cavalry is nice and fast. It's good for encircling, but what I find cavalry really good for is if things go tits up and you need to get people on borders, on front lines, in positions quickly. Cavalry is actually quite good at doing that. It's not as good as at holding the lines of infantry. We all know this, but it is still good at what it does. Now we definitely want to start looking at infantry equipment, and actually at this point, we want to pick our land doctrine. Now we're going to go for mass mob. The reason we're going to go for mass mob, quite frankly, is because we're going to be producing a lot of medium divisions, and mass mob is perfect for that. You want to start your land doctrine, and we're going to get some better infantry equipment as well, because we do need to start thinking about getting semi-decent infantry equipment. Now, pro-Axis government. So, we should now be pretty bloody fascist, which we are. And now we're going to get the Iron Guard. We're almost there. We're almost there for getting 1936 done. We're almost there. We're almost there. Worked for Lee Harvey Oswald. He used a man like a Kakano rifle to say. Don't get me wrong. The Kakano had its merits as a weapon. It was just old. It was just old, man. You know. It was just out of date for a war. It was, as you can tell, it was good for assassination. It wasn't ideal for fighting wars. Now. No. Can we go? No, we actually need to force the abdication to go to war economy. So now we'll go captain of industry. Yeah, because as you can see, our factory levels have been going up. That's because we're producing lots of civilian factories now that won't allow us to produce more equipment. But we are not really that bothered about producing better equipment at this point, as he said, since he's getting improved infantry equipment. But we're not bothered about producing more at this stage. We want to fill up what we've got and get ourselves to the point where we can get more manpower in the field. Because at the moment we've only got 300k manpower in the field, and we want to be able to get 400k manpower in the field pretty quickly. So, and the reason we're going to do that is it will allow us to puppet our First Nation. We will join the Anti-Comintern Pact because we want to buddy up with. Oh bloody hell, bloody bin. Because we want to buddy up with Germany. Although last time I did this, I made a fatal mistake and I actually ended up going to war with Germany. It'd be very amusing if that happens in this game. But I would say that this is a multiplayer tactic that I'm, well, a casual multiplayer tactic that I'm trying to get to work in single player, and I'm not entirely sure it will. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh. Good thing about Hearts of Iron is even when you're playing a minor, there's always tends to be something popping up on your screens. There's lots to talk about in game, and it's quite a good game to stream, to be honest. If I was to become a full-time professional streamer, I reckon I'd stream Hearts of Iron. Definitely. You know, when you're playing it on slow speed, it can take up full days. 1937, yeah. Take up full days whilst providing good content throughout the whole thing. And that's what a lot of streamers do. It's actually a very, very popular game, Hearts of Iron. Probably the most popular game I play. Oh, I'll tell you what, I should go offline. So people aren't popping up in the corner, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Okie dokie. He says there's always something popping up when nothing pops up. Force application. Boom. Right. So now things are gonna go a bit funny. So we're gonna pause it. Force application. This guy's taking control. So you'll notice now that things are going to cost 150. But you'll also notice now, because we've got a genuine fascist in control, we can now go to war economy straight away. So we've got to war economy by 1937. That's pretty good. You want to get to war economy because it means military factory construction speed is higher, and your consumer goods, which are things that are taking away from your civilian factories producing things, is lower. So you see how consumer goods there is 35%, consumer goods there is 20%. So it means we've got less people, less of our civilian factories doing stuff we don't want to do. So war economy is very important, firstly. However, we're still currently suffering from that. That will go away. And also, on his way out, King Carol took all the money with him. So our economy is totally buggered right now thanks to King Carol. But it's okay because they're temporary effects. Right. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we could go for Balkan's dominance, but the reason that we're not going to do that is because we don't have 400k manpower in the field, so there's no point. Okay, instead we'll go for an extra research slot. The next thing that you're going to notice is that our economy has gone through the toilet, and that is because our government's changed, and so our trade with Germany has stopped. If you notice, trade with Germany is not good anymore. So all we need to do is redo that. There you go. Back to normal. Nice. King Carl abdicates. Good riddance. Here's a tosser. Good times. Right. And you can see we are slowly but surely producing more infantry equipment. And we are getting to that point that we want to be at. Sean Thompson, are you going to ally with Germany? I am going to ally with Germany because I'm trying to do this as kind of like a this is what you could do in multiplayer kind of thing as Romania thing, but with my own twist on it. Right, haha, guess what? DLC has properly installed this time, so now the anarchists have risen up. I think if I was to do another stream of Hearts of Iron, I would try and do an anarchist thing. Right, as you can see, supplementary budget has now gone. Because supplementary budget is now gone, our economy is not totally buggered. And we are able to actually, before we had 2 factories producing more factories, now we've got 6. That's a combination of us producing more and us getting rid of supplementary budget. That will never come back now. King Carol and his missus have gone. They're gone. They've gone to Switzerland, I believe, but they're not a problem for us anymore. Now, I kind of like supporting the anarchists. I really do. I like to start a lend-lease with them. And you're like, but we haven't got anything that we can give them. That's terrible. It's like, well, look, I got these light tanks I'm not going to use. I can't even send them the light tanks. I sent the light tanks the last game. For some reason I won't send this time. But anyway, you can send them stuff. But I don't think there's any point. I think they're just going to get eaten. I've tried supporting the anarchists as a smaller nation before, and it never helps. If we don't interfere, the nationalists should win. If the nationalists don't win, that would be amazing. That would just be cray. Sean Thompson, I am in the middle of everything. Romania, I'm going to show you how Romania can be the puppet master, and how, by becoming the puppet master, you can become totally, ridiculously swole by 1939 to 1941. Okay? You're going to see. We're going to see it. We're going to see it. Right. So, as you can see, we're halfway through, not even halfway, we're a quarter of the way through 1937. We've got our economy under control. We've got rid of the knob end and his wife. And infantry equipment is getting to that point now where we've not got a huge deficit of it. This is all good shit. Okay? It's all good. It's all good in the HUD. But we just need to keep ticking away. Ticking away. Now, yeah, so I can leave that doing its thing now. So, 2 Warhammer related points I want to address. Number 1, I know I haven't done Mordian Mondays for 2 weeks in a row now. I am a piece of shit. I really need to. I don't know why I've missed them the last 2 times. I don't have an excuse. Last week, the models weren't quite ready. This week, quite frankly, I'll be totally honest. I was trying this out for today's episode, and then I forgot. I got so sucked into it that I was like, bloody hell, it's 10:30. I can't record the episode now. I've got to go to bed. So that's my being honest. I'm not going to make excuses. That's what happened. It's my fault. Owning up to it. Second thing I want to address. The terrain rules for 9th edition hurt my brain. I figured out what they mean, and it took me an hour casual chatting with a friend to figure it out, but we've done it, and we kind of like them, but they are more complicated. Such is life. Life gets complicated. Now we're going to go bulky dominance. Now we are going to see the power of this Death Star. Okay. So, I would love to know, chat, oh chatty chat, I would love to know what you guys think about the new terrain rules overall. You have my attention whilst my nation is doing its thing. I'm ready. I'm ready to hear what you guys have to say. It is fucking boiling in this room. I need a fan. I need a fan. Oof. It's a good job that my camera isn't on now, because you guys would see me all sweating in my underpants. There we go. Got a little fan that cost me £5 and has the air circulation ability of a gnat farting, but it is better than nothing right now. God, my windows are closed and everything. Open the windows! I've got background noise reduction on. I've finally figured out how to do it. So, hopefully you Next time you hear a train go past, let me know. If you don't hear a train going past, then I will know my noise reduction thing is working. So there we go. I didn't have to. I already had it available. I just haven't figured out how to do it. It's in my streaming software. It lets me do it. Oh. The only thing that's keeping me going in this heat right now is this lukewarm rum and coke. My God. Ugh. Now, this is not a paid promotion. This is advice. If you want to experience an extremely moreish alcoholic beverage, so make sure you are of drinking age in your respective nation, and if you're not allowed to drink in your nation, then this is just general knowledge that you might be able to use in a quiz sometime. The best pound for pound sort of bang for buck rum off the shelf that you can get is Kraken Dark Rum. No questions asked. I am a rum drinker. I have sampled many different rums. It is my alcoholic beverage of choice. White rum is fine, but stereotypically white rum is more for females. Not always, but it is. And dark rum is more for the males. But that is traditional. It's probably not appropriate for modern times. Apologies if I've offended someone. But dark rum, white rum is nice, but anyway, we're not talking about white rum. We're talking about dark rum. Dark rum. Kraken Dark Rum. Take that. Now, controversially, I'm going to pause this. It's very important for me to explain it clearly. You take your dark rum. You add 1 shot of dark rum. You then add to it 1 can of ice cold Pepsi Max. I know Pepsi Max is controversial, but trust me, I have spent, like an alchemist in my lab, I have spent many evenings perfecting this. You then have, I've kind of done it in the wrong order, you then want to have 3, at most 4 ice cubes. In fact, what you want to do is you want to put the ice cubes in first, then put your shot of rum in, then put your can of Pepsi Max in. Pepsi Max must be ice cold. Ice cold. It must be as cold as it can get before it's freezing. Drink that. You'll have the nicest, one of the nicest casual drinks of your life, and it won't even cost you that much. There you go. I'm very passionate about this topic. Very passionate. So there you go. That is for people who are allowed to drink alcohol. That's some advice. This is why this channel is. I have to put the age rating. It's not for kids, because I couldn't say kids go and drink rum. You know. Anyway, kids, go and drink Iron Brew. In fact, everyone go and drink Iron Brew. Iron Brew is the most superior drink in the world. If you think otherwise, then you are fake news. So there you go. So there you go. I think it's, so yeah, try it. Now, you could add lime juice to it. Personally, it's very difficult to get good lime juice. Can be. So I know it sounds weird. You can, fresh lime is okay, but it's getting the lime ratios. I've not quite figured that out yet, but up until this point, I can tell you that is the way to get the best rum and coke. That's the best way of doing it. So it's 1 normal sized shot. Don't do any jumbo shots or anything like that. 1 normal sized shot glass of rum, 1 can of Pepsi Max, 3 ice cubes, 4 at most. Everything has to be as cold as possible. Simple. I know. Simple. But it is good. Right, anyway, we're getting distracted here. So, political power! Political power! Right. We don't need limited conscription right now. We don't. We need... Well, at this point, our political power can kind of be... We're kind of chill. Okay, so on the political power front now, we are kind of chill. Okay, we could go for more industrial research speed. We could change our economy to closed economy. You don't want to do that in multiplayer though, because you want to be able to export to Germany. Political power's kind of chill at this point. You could go fascist demagogue. You could get rid of this guy and go fascist demagogue. You don't really need to though. Not right now. Unless someone starts trying to make you flip to communist or allies, you don't need this guy right now. Because you already have majority fascism. Okay? You're not taking a nation like Turkey and adding a fascist demagogue to flip it to fascism. You're already fascist, so you don't need to do that. So, kind of what you want to do now is just start getting in place people for your army, basically. So, we're going to get in place army defense. No, army attack. We will switch to army defense later, but right now, we're going to go to army offense. Army offense. There we go. Now, what's the equipment looking like? Nice! Look at that! Now, at this point, you can start producing units. If at this point you want to edit your template, you want to add infantry geezer, that costs you 5. You want to add horse geezers, 5, 5, boom. There you go. And you just want to start getting some manpower in the field. Now this is going to screw that. This is going to undo all your hard work. There you go. It's going to do all your hard work. But that's okay. That's okay because that will come down again sooner rather than later. What the hell is that? Evidence of corruption. Wow, someone's corrupt. Either me or someone else is. There you go. Falklands dominance. Falklands dominance. Now, you can't get Puppet Bulgaria yet. That's what we're going to aim for. However, we've got rid of the geezer that was ruining our economy. So our economy's middling now. Now we want to go and make the economy great again. This is what you want to do. Orange juice with or without pulp. I am a baby. I prefer my orange juice without pulp. Yeah, crucify me. I just prefer it without pulp. I totally respect that drinking your orange juice with pulp is more manly, and you've got Chad pulp drinkers versus virgin smooth drinkers, but I prefer it without. There you go. I tend to counter that by buying nice non-pulp orange juice, like not your supermarket basic, but try and get a nicer one. I will say that I prefer crunchy peanut butter, so there you go. It kind of balances out. Smooth and so unhealthy. Trickstick, you're probably right, but I'll be honest with you, I don't drink a huge amount of orange juice. I am actually a big fan of apple juice. I like my apple juice, and I'm also partial, very partial, to cranberry juice. You don't. Cranberry juice is... That's the secret. That's the secret, kids, right there. Cranberry juice. It's actually really good for you. It's actually really good for you, cranberry juice. The thing with cranberry juice is when you drink it, it makes you... It's like when you first get into drinking beer. At first, it's just horrible. No one really enjoys the taste of their first beer. Not when they're like, a kid like 14, 15. No one really enjoys it. 12, 13, whatever. But if you keep drinking it, it's like you develop an immunity or a resistance to the dryness. That's the thing about cranberry juice. It tastes nice, but it dries your throat. It's like drinking sand. But then you develop an immunity to that, and then once you reach that peak stage of cranberry juice drinking, it is extremely refreshing, and it is actually it's kind of the superior juice, but you have to put the time in. You got to put the time and the effort into the cranberry juice drinking. This is a great stream, isn't it? This is why 20 people are here to watch me talk about the different kinds of juice. But to be fair, we did start off very strong with the perfect rum. That was very strong. Very, very strong. Coffee. I can drink coffee, but I already get plenty of pep from drinking and caffeine from soda pop, fizzy pop. I have to limit myself, otherwise I get too into it. I drink too much of it. But so if I have a hot beverage, it will be tea. Tea is very nice. But I am, tea, milk, 1 to 2 sugars, perfect. You can have tea without sugar, it's fine. But if you want it to be, slightly nicer, put just a teaspoon of sugar into it. Coffee's great. Like, dude, I'm not Tin Dragicevic. That's what your name is now. Apologies if I mispronounced it. Dragicevic. Tin. I'm gonna call you Tin. Tin Dragicevic. Coffee's great. Not denying it. Not denying it in the slightest. It's not my personal beverage of choice though. Simple as that. Am I Finnish? Fucking hell, no, I'm not Finnish. I'm from the greatest nation on earth. Patriotic, swelling, engaged. I'm from Great Britain. It's in the name, bro. It's in the fucking name. I'm joking. No, I'm from England, yeah. There you go. Yeah, I have an unusual accent for... some people have mistaken me for being... International people have mistaken me for being from Finland and other places because my British accent is quite unusual. It's very neutral. British accents are normally like Cockney. Not you, Mordian. I meant Tin. Well, I thought you meant me. I assumed the whole world revolves around me, trick stick. I'm selfish. That's why. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But I do have an unusual British accent. Okay, and it's because I don't have a strong British accent. Even though I've lived in the north of England my entire life, so I should sound like a farmer. I don't. It's because my parents were very keen for me not to have a northern accent. Because they thought having a northern accent would hold me back. And they were very wrong. Because my parents assumed that I would work down south, where the accents are your typical Hollywood style accent. Glass, garage, peasants, ho-ho. And actually, train's going past. I have the noise cancelling, see if anyone could hear that train. But actually, I have continued to work and live in the north my entire life, and having a neutral accent has been fine either way. But it would probably benefited me more to have a northern accent. So funny how life turns out. Right, quickly, I could have added this factory to this thing, but it would have made the efficiency go through the toilet. So instead, we've gone here instead, and now this line, the efficiency of the toilet, but it will tick up, and we've not ruined that efficiency. There you go. Tin Dragicevic. We will be taking over Yugoslavia, but we will be doing it in a nice, kind way. So hopefully you won't get too upset by me crushing the Yugoslavian nation. Hopefully you won't get too upset by that. Do I want... No, I don't want that equipment. I don't want that just yet. I want that. Woo! I want good artillery. Almost ready for my next political power. Don't need any of that. We just need to make our infantry even better. Infantry expert. There we go. Nice. There we go. So we are almost in 1938. Okay, we're almost in 1938. We are not quite where we want to be. We want to start getting more and more manpower into the field. If we can achieve greatness of manpower by the end of 1938, that'll be really good. So, trick and tip for you people out there. You do not need to wait for your training to finish. You don't even need to wait to have all the equipment that you need. Okay? You can very happily just deploy these units. Now, the reason you'll want to do that is because you want to get more manpower into the field. Your units don't need to be good. You just need more manpower in the field for this strat to work. So you see, we've just deployed another 15k into the field. Now, yeah, we are hurting our guns, but if we can float around the minus 2 to 3k mark, it's totally fine. Totally fine. So, you'll see. You'll all see. You'll all see. Right. So, we have to be quick with the tactic. The anarchists are dead. That's very sad. Germany, we can't see what they're doing, but they're on historical, so they'll be gearing up. They'll be gearing up. See, now, if we were building boats, now we might have built like a crappy destroyer, but we probably wouldn't even have finished one by this point. We might have finished one, but we then have to stop building. You know, there's no advantage to doing it. So now, because we're building more guns, you see how before we had 4 surplus iron and now we don't. See, that's why. That's why. So there's no point in putting it into. No point in putting it into boats. Rowboats. The Romanian Navy. The Romanian Navy is not going to help us, but we will get a navy. We'll get 2 navies that are actually quite good, and they will serve us very well. You shall see. You shall all see. You shall all see. Right. How are we doing? How are we doing? Agrarian reform. Almost done. Let's make it even. Oh, no. That's the opposite of what I want to do. Ah, no. This is going to get difficult. See, Italy's going to claim Yugoslavia. And they might get it before I do. Which would be very, very sad if they get Yugoslavia before me. Very, very sad. Manpower in the field, not enough. So we might as well keep doing this. Recruitment, deploy. Yeah, it's gonna go funny. Probably not too bad. Deploy them. Bulgaria. Oh no, wrong one. There we go. There we go. So I think we might not get Yugoslavia this time. If you were playing with a comrade, an online comrade, you could say, "Give me Yugoslavia," and you could do it, and you could figure it out between the two of you, and you could give them the coast if they wanted it. Good anarchist, you can do it. You can do it, I believe. But as it is, it probably won't work this time. But at the very least, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. At the very least, we're gonna get this. We might get this, but we're gonna get these 3, and then we're gonna get this. And when we get this, the whole world, Middle East, becomes our oyster. It does. It does. It does. It does. Let's speed it up. Alright. Deploy. How much manpower we got in the field now? Almost. We need to do 2 more. 2 more rushes of men. 2 more rushes. So that gets 23. So let's grab a division from here. Put it in here. Okay. 2 more rushes. Subs in the Black Sea will come, Sean Thompson. Don't you worry. It'll all come. You'll see the method in my madness. I bet it won't work this time. It's been ages getting this to work last time. I bet it won't work this time. Right. So, we're in January 1938. We have almost got the manpower in the field that we want. Not quite though. Economy, we're a bit ahead. And research, there you go. In 4 days we will get the next level of land doctrine, which is very important for us. Very important. God, my eyes have fucking died. Oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, there we go. So, I think we've got some promotions we can do. Organisation first. Yeah. I reckon that's a good one. Hey, guess what? You get both. Nice. Cool. This guy doesn't have anything we can give him. This guy does, though. Yeah, you'll get charismatic. Don't worry, buddy. You'll get charismatic. You'll get there. You'll get there. Right. Shit. Cancel. Deploy. Deploy! How much manpower we got in the field now? Ah! Right, not quite enough. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. That might tick up because we've deployed the units a little early. Although I bet them no, the manpower has been assigned. The manpower has been assigned. There we go. Come on. Early 1938. I'm ready. Hungary demands the right to be rearmed. They must be, yeah, must be allowed. We want them to. We want Hungary to love us. It's very important. We want Hungary to be like those Romanians. What lads? What total bros? That's what we want. That's what we want. Although I did it slightly wrong last time I played this game. Now, research-wise, we're kind of like done everything we want to do for 1938. We don't really need planes. Don't need planes. So we could get good anti-tank, but kind of a waste at this point. So what we're actually going to do is just do something a little ahead of time. Couldn't do conversion speed. It's not going to help us. We're going to do that. It's a little ahead of time. It's a lot ahead of time, but it's fine. Now, we're very almost at 400k in the field, so we're not going to pick another national. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pick army training. Just very for the fact that we want to spam these units out quick. Training, 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 training. Bam. Bam. Right, look, we've got over 400k in the field. Now, do that. Get rid of army training. Pop up Bulgaria. Do it. Do it. Do it. I could convert the cav. I'm okay. I don't need to convert the cav just yet. Do the Soviets have much in the Black Sea? To answer your question, Sean Thompson, the Soviets have, from my experience of playing them, about, if they don't build anything else, they will have about 28 destroyers and about 4 battleships and a smattering of submarines. I think most submarines are actually in the north. I think they have their boat fleet is down here and their submarines are up here, mostly. But yes, they have more than me, which is 4. And no matter what I do, I will never outrun these guys. So that's good. See you later, Tin Dragicevic. Hope I pronounced it correctly. But go drink some coffee, enjoy some good time, and hopefully you will see me liberate the Yugoslavians. Have a good time. Watch you later. I hope I pronounced it correctly then. I wasn't taking... I hope you know sincerely I wasn't taking the piss. I was genuinely trying to pronounce it correctly. I hope so. Right. Excavation. Money, 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 money. So excavation, to be fair, like, excavation for us isn't that great. Because it's like, oh, a bit more steel, but it's okay. It's okay, man. Like, we've got a bit more steel. What else can we produce in 1938 that we give a flip about? Not a lot, to be honest. Look, we're doing good. We've got the extra research slot, so we're flying. We're flying. We could go nuclear, but nah. Oh, I tell you what, we'll get some radios. There you go. Get some radios. Radios are good, man. Steel. It's okay. Never knew. Never knew. Political power. Political power. We need to make the infantry better, guys. What do we need to do? Infantry better. Can't make the infantry any better, I don't think. I think the infantry is as good as they're going to get. No. No. Nope. Nope. I think we're trying to do some industrial stuff that's ahead of time, so we'll get that guy in. Nice. Now we will want to go above volunteer only soon, but not just yet. Not just yet, but soon. We just want to puppet the crap out of Bulgaria. And what do my commanders think about that prospect? They're like, yeah, buddy, that's pretty cool. That's what they think. I think it's pretty cool. So, that's the end of the lukewarm rum. Hoi, Glen Bailey. I can't stay for long, but I always find Hearts of Iron super complex. I'd love to find time to learn it for real. Well, if you watch the 2 hours of this stream, you will learn everything. You don't have to watch it now, but you can obviously catch up when it gets uploaded. And you will learn everything that I've learned in basically 2 years of playing the game. And you'll learn it in about 2 hours. So there you go. There you go. And this is just a how to get started stream. This is how to get started. So this will take you up to like 1939, roughly. And I've been explaining everything that I've been doing as we go along. So there we go. Right. We are on 20 past 10. We have been streaming for approximately 1 hour. So you will have at least 1 more hour of stream. There you go. First hour is setting the stage. Second hour will be grasping the stage in our iron fist. Puppeting Bulgaria first. Bulgaria will be the first one. Now I really hope that Bulgaria does as it's told. But they might want us to fight them. I don't want to fight Bulgaria. I don't want to fight them. I want them to come over to my side lovingly and willingly. If that happens, we're going to have a good time. If that doesn't happen, then we're still going to have a good time, but it won't be quite as good. It won't quite show off the effectiveness that being a puppet master of Romania can be. Right. Puppet Bulgaria. Let's speed it up because we're literally just going to get to the end of Bulgaria. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. Bulgaria submits. Excellent. Right, Puppet Bulgaria has begun and is completed. Pause the game. This is why puppeting Bulgaria is super powerful as Romania. This is what you guys are all here to see. Okay? Now, most people who play this game will invade Bulgaria and take the shit. Okay? And that's a semi-decent tactic. don't get me wrong. Makes sense. It looks better Romania being bigger, right? However, let me counterpoint this. Bulgaria, sorry. If you look at their resources, is that resources? Yeah, that's meant to be resources. Have nothing. They have no resources that you want. Zero. Zilch. There's nothing there, resource-wise, that you want. So why would you take the territory? Why would you take it? Okay? And you might be like, well, you want the factories. Well, you might want the factories. You know, fair, flipping it. Fair, they've got like 11 factories there, 6 factories there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But you would get basically equipment. As Romania, equipment isn't going to be a problem. Okay, equipment isn't. Look, we've been like spamming out divisions as fast as we can get, barely equipping them and catching up, and we're barely 1,000 behind. Equipment as Romania isn't a problem. You know what the problem is in Romania? Manpower. Manpower is your problem as Romania. And so, if you just take their territory, then these guys, they don't want to fight for you. You've just conquered them. So instead, you puppet them and you get 2 things out of it. 1, you get all the manpower you could want from them. And 2, you basically do a national focus and they give you 12 divisions. Imagine there was a national focus that you could play as a minor and it was like 12 divisions for free. That would be so OP. But that's basically what you've done. And you're like, well, how do you get 12 divisions? Like, these are Bulgarian divisions. I can't control them. I can't do anything about it. Right-click on these guys. Go onto Romania, onto Bulgaria. Go to diplomacy. Go to request forces. Request all 12. Request all of them. Send. These are now all your forces. Look at this. They're all yours. They're all mine. Direct control over them. You can put them in to a division. You can give them a general. Look at that. You just gained 12 divisions. And you might be like, but are those divisions trash tier? Bulgarian divisions are not trash tier, guys. If you go have a look at them, that's practically a 20 width division. It's just under a 20 width. It comes with entrenchment. This is a perfect, cheap, line filling, defense, early game defense unit. It's great. You don't have, because you puppeted them, look at this, because you puppeted them, they're not pissed off. In fact, they love you. In fact, they have a higher opinion of us than we have of them. Look at that. Pro strats. Pro strats. Pro strats. There you go. So now look, we've got all that stuff. I got extra 12 divisions. I can use for just defending borders and stuff. It's so good, man. It's so good. And that means we can just posture. Bin that. Come over here. 34 divisions on there. And look, just got 12 more divisions. 12 more divisions that, if we take a second and look at the division design template, we look at mine. Mine are basically what? They've got a slight more combat width and some extra soft attack from artillery. Extra defense. But that's it, man. That's it. So that's a little trick for you. Another thing you can do. Alright. Now there's 2 ways to... Next thing you want to do, you want to align Hungary. You want to be like, Hungary... Hungary? That's too high. Hungary. Hungary? Now I like you. And I want you. We can do this the easy way. We can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. I watch your show all the time. I call you Chris Hansen. Anyone get that reference? You win many internet points. I like it. And I want it. We can do this the easy way. We can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. That's my terrible impression of that guy. That is my terrible impression. If anyone gets that, I'll be very sickened and impressed. And if no one gets it, if you don't get it, put it in the comment section. If you don't get it, and I want to tell you what to go and look for. But it's a dark corner of the internet, my friends. Dark corner. Not super dark. It's shady. It's a shady area of the internet. Shaded. Right. Now, for all you people out there that want to be like, for you greenhorns that want to see Covenant up close, this is going to be your lucky day. Oh, flipping heck, right? No one's got it yet in the comment section. What that creepy reference is from. But won't you? I like you. We do it the easy way, or we do it the hard way. The choice is yours. Tell me what you think that reference is from, if you get it. Right. So, quickly. I know I'm pausing a lot, but this is where the early bit was easy. Important, but easy. This is more important. Two things to recognise about having a puppet. Okay, you get access to their full manpower pool. Okay, now don't forget you've basically you've just nabbed 105k manpower off them. You just nabbed 105k manpower off them. They have got 13k in reserve. That will go up. That will go up because you're just taking their forces off and they will keep recruiting. There's two ways you can handle your puppets. Okay, two ways. One, you can leave them alone and they will continue to churn out slowly but surely more forces. Now you won't get a choice over what they produce, but it's totally free. You just get divisions for nothing. You just get to take control of them and they put all the hard work into them. Or you can vampire, you can drain this manpower. And that's how you do it. We're going to show you how we drain the manpower. Let's have a look at the equipment. We have spare equipment to do this. We have a little bit of spare manpower, so it's okay to do this. What you do is you go to divisions. You click on this button here. You go Legionnaires Bulgaria. You copy that division template, and now look, it's in yours. We're now on Romania again. Okay? Now you can edit it. Now the ones that you've taken control of, they won't change. They are extra forces. They won't change. They're what you give them, whatever. But if you now, for example, spend some of that hard-earned army experience and make that a 20 width entrenchment division, and we give it a different symbol because we want to differentiate. So let's go for the hat with the skull on it because these guys are more likely to die than ours, and we can make the reserves. So the only difference between reserves is that they will get the shittier equipment, but that's totally fine. Sean Thompson, you've got the reference, the booty warrior. Now, be aware, it is a dark corner of the internet, but you could go, just that's the reference. If you want to find it and understand what the booty warrior reference is, either look at the Boondocks or watch the documentary about it. So there you go. Trixie, is vampire an actual meta term? No, man, like, you were bob on. You just didn't know how you bob on. It's just, I like that term, vampire. Puppet master, I think, is the meta term. So we're going to make that slightly bigger. We're going to train that division. Now look, we can't train that in our... So look, it won't do it. Oh, will it do it? We'll do it. We can train that in our thing, but we don't want to. My mistake. Instead, if you train it in their sector, guess what? Look at this. Oh yeah, look, the manpower. Instead of us putting all 10,000 manpower into it, we only put 3,000 manpower into it. And they put 7,200. So we only put 30% in, they put 70% in. So suddenly you're getting a division It's costing you the same amount of equipment. That's not changing. But it is only costing you 30% of the usual manpower. How good is that? And you just do that. So there's two ways. So now this will obviously affect their manpower. Look, they've gone down from 13k to 6k because you've just taken a load of it. But if you need some divisions from them, you can if you want to control what divisions you get from your puppet, you can do that. Or you can be like, look, I get some free divisions, I get what I get, whatever. Okay? Two ways of looking at it. Now we'll produce one of these, and we'll just to show it as an example. Now look, we've got plenty of equipment to do it, so that's fine. Unpause. Let's align Hungary. Hopefully, Hungary will know what is good for it. Sean Thompson, I won't be surprised if they ban that show. They cut out in the US. Totally possible. Totally possible. Things have gone pretty bonkers worldwide at the moment, but you know what? It's true for 9th edition. It's true for life. The world may be going to shit. There might be radical political ideologies on every end of the spectrum. But there is one truth. One truth. One guiding principle that we can all come together on and unite behind. And that is keep calm and carry on painting guardsmen. That's just it. That's it. Just keep paying guardsmen. Just keep doing it, man. That's all you need to do. The world, the neighbourhood may be burning down around you, but as long as you've got a sufficient quantity of dried food and Nuln oil, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Totally fine. Political power. So, I mean, at this point, we're just like, our manpower's getting low. So at this point, we'll be like, yo, limited conscription, how's it handling? And that's what we'll do. So suddenly, by like 1938, instead of being a Romania with like 24 divisions bordering on, just building it ready for the Soviets, instead, we have got 24 plus 29 divisions. All the divisions we've got are 20 width divisions with a decent amount of entrenchment, good defense, and some good soft attack. And then we've also got some good defense divisions. Now look at this, look at this. These guys have already churned out another 4 divisions for us. Now if we come here and look at their division, their manpower is still 6k. Look, still 6k. So they're still churning out regiments. So what have I got? Have I made a regiment? 1 minute. I can't even see what I'm doing. There you go. We've got another cavalry regiment. We'll turn it in there. So we could very easily, Bulgaria will churn out regiments. We'll just churn them out like you've never seen it. They will just keep producing more regiments. And every time they produce them, guess what? I'll have those, please. Thank you very much. And guess what? Kingdom of Hungary is defiant. This is not ideal. Okay? We didn't want them to fight us. They have done. And so that's not great. Because they have to, so this can happen 50%, 50-50. Okay? Now if they don't defy you, then you just get all their armed forces like you did with Bulgaria. But if they do defy you, you got to go to war, man. You got to do it. You've got to do it. So we've got to go to war. We're going to take this extra Bulgarian division. We're going to put them in there, and we're going to go for it. We're just going to go for it. They're not guaranteed by everyone. It's me versus these guys. Go. Now, this fight could have been tricky. this fight, you know, could have been tricky. But the fact that we've been able to just get 12 free divisions just makes it all good, man. Makes it all good. So we'll just let those guys do that. Now, we can't... We need 500k manpower in the field. We've only got 411 before we can start doing these ones. And this is the one we really want to go for next. Okay, so whilst we're waiting to get more manpower, let's up the economy. Economy! We love the economy. So yeah, it's a real shame that these guys like are gonna die. They would have been really useful to have as divisions. I'm gonna try, now it might sound crazy, I'm gonna try and take over these guys without killing, like encircling and destroying any of their divisions. Okay, I'm gonna try that. And the reason I'm gonna try that is because I'm going to see, because what I normally do is encircle, destroy the whole army, take the land. But I'm going to resist doing that because I want to try, I want to try basically and I want to try and get those guys on my side. I want to try and be like, yo, I don't want all your army people to die. I want you to help me. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we will eventually grind them down because we just have better attacks than them. Our equipment's going to go... Look, our equipment's totally fine. Equipment is totally fine. Now we're probably at the point now where we can construct more mills. Yeah, see, look at this. Construct more military factories. That's what we want to do. More military factories, please. You know what? Let's get these guys to construct more military factories. And you know why that's important? Because if they produce more military factories, they can produce more equipment. And if they can produce more equipment, then they will they'll churn up more regiments for us. There you go. Now, let's look at their manpower pool. I don't want to totally drain it. Still at 6. That's fine. We'll just produce the one. We want them to churn out their divisions. Now look, we've broken through here. We've broken through. And we could encircle and kill all these divisions, but we're not going to. We're going to tone it down a little bit. Instead, we're going to take the airfield, take that, and we'll go to Bucharest. Now I'm actually not using my planes at the moment, which is silly. Let's use some planes. There you go. Which should give us air superiority. At the very least, it will. I mean, we won't be totally buggered on the air power front. Now we're doing this very carefully. But right. Don't, guys, don't attack. Don't attack. We don't want to kill them. We just want to capitulate them. So I'm gonna micro it at this point. Come on. Ah, they all died. Right, those ones died. In fact, you know, I might not be able to do anything about it. Try not to kill them. Yeah, don't kill them. Don't kill them. Just defend. Don't wipe them out. Just encircle them. Encircle them, but don't wipe them out. Just pin them in place. Pin them in place. Don't let them. Yeah, don't wipe all of them out. Just don't let them escape. That's basically what you want to do. Okay? And that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. So just keep going. Because we've got so many divisions, we can just swarm across the land. Encircle this guy. Because we've got cavalry, because we've actually got a surprising amount of cavalry. Look how quickly we're just able to just scoop up the land. And we've got them. Look at that. And because we've taken them, we've got loads of... Oh, look. Oh, look. Suddenly, we've got shitloads of equipment. Even more equipment. What's that thing? We've got equipment but not manpower? Great. Fantastic. Guess what? 1 minute. Let's puppet. Let's puppet them. We're not going to take them over. We're just going to puppet them. And turn. Done. Look at this. Now, I don't know if I got to keep any of their units. I suspect that all their units died. Anyway. Yeah, so that's a shame. So, last time I did this, I got 16 units from them. Last time I did this, I got 16 units from them. But this time I didn't get any because they decided to fight. Which is frustrating. It is frustrating. But, we're going to take the Bulgarian division. And we're going to put them down here. Bulgaria can defend Bulgaria, right? We're going to take these guys, and they can go here. And we're going to get our best divisions, and we're going to go here. Okay. Maybe just cover the overlap a smidge. Friggin' hell. There you go. Cover the overlap. I still don't trust it. Cover the overlap. There you go. Right. So, look at this. Look at this. 1 minute. End of 1938. We have gone. End of 1938. We have gone from itty bitty Romania to semi-swole Chaddy McChadson Romania. We have these guys under our control. These guys under our control. Now, yeah, look. Again, it would have probably been nice to get those factories and get those civilian factories. But guess what? Guess what? I don't need the equipment. I don't need... Look, I got so much equipment in 1938. I don't know what to do with it all. I don't know what to do with it all. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it all. So, what I need from these guys is manpower. I need the power of man. Guess what? That's another 10k. They're on volunteer only, and it's 10k. These guys will quite happily start producing my ass some free regiments. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. And look, these guys, if you go here, look, they're producing more regiments. And they're just going to keep on producing regiments. And they're only on limited conscription. I mean, we're pretty low. To be fair, we're pretty low. We probably want to up our conscription level soon. Soonish. We want to do our... Right. Now, you could make these guys more fascist. But they're already pretty fascist. And you could make these guys more fascist, but they're already pretty fascist. So, paramilitary training isn't really needed. They get more army experience, but they're never going to change the templates or anything stupid like that, so don't worry about it. Right. Now, the important goal now is to get 500k manpower in the field as quickly as possible. Now, we only have 11k available, which is not ideal. We only get another 523, not 523k, 523 a month. So we are going to like burn through this pretty bloody quickly. We could disband our navy to give us an extra 1,000. It's not a bad idea. We could disband our air force to get us another 1,000, but it's not. It's trivial. It's trivial amounts. So what we want to do. I didn't bother fighting foreign modes companies because I was going for infantry. Both of these are great. Do you want more military slots or more civilian slots? And more steel. You know what you need? Both of these are fine. You want more steel? No, you want... Yeah. And what's the Honduras Steelworks? That's more steel, isn't it? Yes. Civs, civs, civs. 38 factories. We've gone from having like 6 civilian factories to 28. It's glorious, people. It's delicious. We need manpower. That's what we need. We need manpower. We will get manpower. These guys, they've got 18k manpower. These guys have got 5k. These guys are on 18k and volunteer only. Now they might be producing themselves some regiments, maybe. But the thing is they've got 18k manpower, boys. Let's take advantage of that. So let's go Hungary. Now let's look at this. It's a trash 12 width infantry division. It's trash. That is a trash 8 width cavalry. I mean, that's okay, but it's still not ideal. What we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to use some of our hard-earned combat experience. We're going to look at our logistics. We've got artillery. We've got guns. We've got support equipment. What we're going to do, we're going to go and add engineer company. We're going to beefcake this up to a 20 width. So look, that matches the Bulgarian. I'm going to give it the hat of the skull, just so we can differentiate it. We could give it support artillery. We don't need to. Not at this point. These divisions are designed for early game holding. And we are going to then draw down on that manpower, baby. We're going to draw down on it. Let's have a look. Oh look, still got that sweet manpower. We've taken a lot of it and put it into one regiment. Totally understand. But guess what? We're getting more divisions for freebie. That regiment is pretty much free. That's the Bulgarian corps, isn't it? Yeah, let's make these. Let's differentiate, man. Bulgarian stuff. It's probably misspelt, but it doesn't matter. So these pure with the white flag, they are like pure Bulgarians, but these ones are still Bulgarian divisions. They just got our flag because we trained them. So, but they still get to go in the Bulgarian Expeditionary Forces, man. It's still all good. So let's do an offensive line. Let's be like there. No division. Oh wait, Jesus! Right. Take the whole Bulgarian division. Make an offensive line to there. Take all of the 1st Romanian Infantry Corps. That's not ideal. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Take that. Take the final division corps thing. Take that. We've got more cavalry. Cavalry's fine. 10 width trash cavalry. Totally fine. Totally fine. Let's carry on. Now, we've still got equipment. Our manpower's getting kind of low. Guess what? Boom. Extensive prescription. Let's do it. Let's get the manpower. We are only ever going to be short of manpower. The more manpower that we can draw down upon. These guys haven't got any forces for us yet, but they will do. It was so good last time I played. I got 16 free divisions. It was amazing. Sadly, we don't have that now. But we've got, look at this. Look at that. We only put 3,000 in. They put 7,000 in. It's just glorious, man. Just glorious. I reckon Hungary, Bulgaria, sorry. Yeah, they got a cheeky 5k. I could probably get another division from them if I wanted to. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool, man. No rush. Chill. Chill. Cool. Nah, not in 1940 yet. Look at this. We're in 1938. We're not even in 1939. I'm running out of things that are like time allowed to bloody research. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm having to skip ahead on research. Madness. Madness. I can't. I might as well get some slightly better engineers. Right. Speed it up. Speed it up. Alright. So, we have gone from a minor, pitiful nation to good armed forces in the space of 2 years. Our manpower will now increase. Our economy will only get stronger. And we're not even in 1939. Now remember, just because Germany decides to go bonkers and invade everyone in 1939 does not mean we have to. I mean, we want to fucking has a moth in here. We want to join them, but we don't want to. Oh bloody hell! It lived. Kill that moth and it's flown off. Got moth dust all over my hand now. Gross. But just because Germany does that does not mean we need to. So we can only really need to get involved by 1941, really, for the Soviets. So there you go. Now all we want to do is basically join. We want to try and take Yugoslavia ASAP, and then join the Axis, and then hopefully they won't invade us to get to Yugoslavia. Now last time I played this, the catastrophic failure is I took Yugoslavia, and then Greece and Germany were like, not Greece, Italy and Germany were like, we want Yugoslavia, and I was like, and they went to war with me. Now amazingly I held them off, and actually when the Soviets got involved in 1941, I took all the land back that I lost. But if I can come, that's a problem with single player. If you're playing this as like a multiplayer game, you just agree with your Italian guy, like, look, I'm taking this. Don't worry about it. You don't worry about any of this shit. I'll take care of it. You just focus on fucking North Africa. And if you need divisions, and if you need equipment, just talk to me, bro, and I will lend lease you everything. Because you know what the Italians struggle with? Equipment. They haven't got that industrial base. Do you know what Romania can help with? Feck loads of equipment. That's what the Romanians are good at doing, man. They got a nice 6k. What are these guys up to? They still got just a 1k. That's fine, man. So that's a pure thoroughbred Romanian division that can go to one of these things. Loads of equipment, loads of it. Almost got the Hungarian boys deployed. I could probably deploy another bunch of, Bulgarian stuff, but I don't need to. I don't need to for now. We are still doing very well for 1938, beginning of 1939. We're still doing very well for ourselves. Just need to get more manpower in the field. Like, you know what? We don't need to wait around for the training to finish. We don't need that. We just need to get people in the field. So you guys might as well join the Bulgarian Corps for now. I know you're Hungarian. I know you're not going to be super psyched about that, but for now, join it. I mean, only fluff-wise. In game terms, they don't give a shit. So we've now got our manpower ticking up nicely. We are draining the manpower from these guys. They've got 0 actually, so you know what? Let's let them off. Because look, if we look at this, they're actually not putting their fair share of the manpower in. So cancel that. These guys have got about 6k. Now they might put their fair share in. They might put what they need to get in, but realistically, I think they're just going to pump out some more free divisions for us. So we'll just let them do that. We'll just let them produce what we need them to produce, or what they want to produce. And instead, we will add more units to our own divisions. We can deploy them. We can deploy them. We can take those. We can put them there. And look, we're almost at 5k. In fact, if we produce just one extra cav for which we have the equipment, then we will get everything we need. All we need to wait is for the minimum training value to kick in, and we're good to go. Simple as that. Simple as that. Advanced machine tools, great. I don't want to skip ahead to 1941 yet, that's a bit cheeky. That won't work great either. That's researching. We're in 1939. Let's get some good artillery. Artillery's king. Artillery is very, very, very key for early game Hearts of Iron. Very, very key indeed. Now these guys could almost deploy in time. Almost. They've got all the equipment. Let's just get them all to deploy at the same time. Come on. Almost. Czechoslovakia is having a bad day. Pause. Boom. Boom. Take all of them. Put them into their own thing. And just put them anywhere, really, to be honest. I mean, you could probably help out down here. No, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Not there, boys. Pause. Front line. Put it there. Free military factories. So what we're going to need to start producing is more support equipment. So we're going to do this because we're going to start using a lot more of that. National focus. Guess what? We now have the manpower to divide Yugoslavia. Boom. We have the political power to probably do something semi-decent. Don't really need any of that right now. You could get better artillery research. It's not that important. I'd save the political power for now, but I'm going to put some political power into making these guys a bit more fascist just for the hell of it. Right, let's go. So we're just going to keep building up big Betty bitch regiments. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Now the Yugoslavians, they're not super keen about the whole situation. So they're obviously building up along their front line now. That's fine. I think at this point we kind of probably want to ask to join the Axis. But if have I got it on Iron Man? Oh, I bloody have. I shouldn't have put it on Iron Man because I wanted to test something. At this point, I think we should ask to join the Axis. We're going to do that. And the reason we're going to do that is because we don't want the Axis to go to war with us over Yugoslavia if we can help it. Now they are going to... This might be totally the wrong call to make. What the hell have I played? I pressed end, didn't I? Yeah. So now the Axis are going to be... Now we go to war with them. We don't necessarily have to call them in to our faction. In fact, I might want... I think I've done it too early. They should have joined the faction... How much will they hate me if I leave it? They might not invite me back in. It does allow us to keep an eye on these bozos. Now I think if I go to war with them, I don't have to call in Germany if I don't want to. In fact, I kind of want to go to war and take over Yugoslavia in the time that Germany is going to take over Warsaw. That's about the time I want to do it. So when you take Yugo in the peace deal, split it up into Serbia, etc., then any focus or air shenanigans that happens, Yugo technically doesn't exist. I shall try that. I shall try that. Military police is a funny one because, like, it says it gives you extra defense. Like, you want to build really good defensive units. So I know it sounds crazy, but we're going to go military police. It's really designed for suppression, but it does give you semi-decent, just basic defense, which is nice. Yugoslavia, they might just fucking cave, but I doubt it. I doubt they will cave. They did not cave last time. And Hungary did. They didn't. So if Hungary was to fight last time, I imagine Yugoslavia will be to fight this time. Construction, let's have a look. I'm just infrastructuring the crap out of myself right now. That's very good. There we go. Manpower. I'm not manpower. I have boatloads of it. You guys still only got you 1k. You guys are going I kind of but they've gone for extensive conscription. Fantastic. They're still volunteer only. Come on, pick yourself up. Pull your fingers out. They're not producing any free regiments for me. It's not as good as it was last time. I guess it can be very hit and miss, this strat. If these guys had given in, we'd be doing a lot better. As it is, I can start a lend-lease. Oh, I guess I can lend-lease my puppets whatever I want, can't I? I can be like, look, here you go. Huh, interesting. That is another advantage. You can lend-lease them even when you're not at war, which you can't normally do. Yeah, we might as well increase the artillery because we don't use a huge amount of it. Research. Now we might as well start thinking about anti-tank at this point. We might as well. Hugo, he's having a good time. We're still okay with our accent conscription. Yeah, that's okay. Might as well go for X-Fist, okay, we might as well go for ground support. Planes. Planes. Let's put them all here. Take both of these. Merge. As priority. There. Yugoslavia will be demanded. They are defiant. We could ask for support. Now, I'm not sure on this bit. Last time I just went and attacked them. And in this one I wonder if I split it. I wonder if splitting it is better. Does anyone know which one is better out of these two choices? This is where last time I think I got it incorrect. And I could just annex them instead of puppeting them. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? I think this is where Matthew Robinson was saying split them. But if I'm in the faction, surely they won't attack me. Surely. That's what I'm thinking. Give it a minute. I'll give it a minute. Give it a minute. Top one, do the war yourself. Alright. That's what I suspected too. National focus. We're going to want Greece. I don't think I can even split Czechoslovakia at this point. Czechoslovakia doesn't exist, yeah. It's fine. Right. Before I declare war, let's get everyone on the move. And let's declare war. Now, do I want to annex them? Or do I want to puppet them? We'll annex them for now. And what we need to do, very importantly, is call these guys to arms. and call these guys to arms. Now, if we don't do that, they won't be able to attack. If we do that, they will be able to attack. Now, they want to join the war. Those cheeky Germans, France is called the United Kingdom. Ah, no, they were guaranteed. Okay, so this has gone totally wrong, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, at most they might be able to help naval invade. I don't really want to bring the Germans into the war at this point. If I can just capitulate them, if I can just capitulate Yugoslavia nice and quick, that'll be great. It's gone tits up. It's gone tits up, but we'll see if I can capitulate them nice and quick. And then to start the war off with the Germans a little sooner than expected, it'll be okay. Not the Germans, with the Allies. It'll be okay. I think I kind of want to force attack. Who's doing well? They're all doing kind of okay. I'm tempted to go force attacks, even though I will take more damage. I have manpower and I have equipment to absorb said damage, so I think overall it will work very, very nicely. How's air superiority? Not in my favour. Classic. If I can, I don't want them to come in just yet. Give it a go. Force the attack. It's only for 7 days. Yeah, it's nice and green. I won't do it all at the same time. I'll do it bit by bit. Take. Fast as we can. They're probably on their way. Shit. They're on the way. I might have to call in Germany. I don't want to. It's all gone peak tongue. I got greedy. I might be okay. Secure. National vote is cancelled. What? Why are the national votes cancelled? Oh wait, do I not have 500 manpower in the field anymore? Ah, damn. That's okay. It'll come back again. It's just because we're fighting like hell. Let's get some free divisions via army maneuvers. The invasion isn't too bad. If you look, invasion's not too bad. We're getting there. We're getting there now. It might start getting bad when the British and French turn up, but so far it's going okay. Not enough command power. Okay. We just need to overwhelm them with numbers. Like, that's all we need to do. I could deploy a lot of guys. I have the equipment, I have the manpower. Let's do it. Deploy. Everyone, get over here. Help out. Research. Now, I think it's important that we start getting that going. We've almost... the Brits have turned up here. Brits and French have turned up. Brits and French turned up, but we're winning where we need to win, which is important. Just keep taking ground. Just keep absolutely smacking them. We've just got more men, more equipment, more supplies. We've got everything we need. It's bad in the south. It's good in the north, mid-north. That's fine. We just keep attacking. And at any point where we're not happy and we feel like we're going to lose the momentum, we call in the Germans. Okay, we call in the Germans where we need to. Okay, right now we're okay. But we will need to call in the Germans at some point. It's still going. We're still making progress. Down here, still making progress. We're not totally stalled yet. Equipment is still okay. Manpower is still okay. If you join the Axis, so I can draw in Italy at any point now into the war, and it will make things better for me. At any point, I can draw them in. At any point, and just slam dunk this thing. Now, I feel like that's going to have to be a thing soon. If I call in one, I got to call in both. I kind of want. Are these guys doing Danzig or war yet? Yeah, right. When Germany has called in them. Come on, boys. Don't give in. You're still doing well. You're still taking land. Kind of. Oh no, it's a bit topsy turvy. It's all over the place. How's the equipment going? Still okay. Manpower still okay. Aha! Look, we're starting to take a bit more ground now. We've got the superior numbers. We've got just reserves upon reserves upon reserves that we can just throw into the breach, and we are doing this single-handedly. There's one thing to take away. That we are fighting Yugoslavia, France, and Britain single-handedly as Romania in 1939. Consider that. Consider that right now. Consider what that means. Right. Yeah, consider the. So look, we're gonna come on, boys, take this bit of land. Short on that supply line. If you've got a guy here, just one. Take this. Try and shorten the front. Now, yes. Give me your infantry equipment. Give me your stuff. Give me all that stuff, which will make me feel very good about myself. Now look, we're not beating these guys, but they're not beating. Look, those tanks will one-on-one beat us, but because we have, it's one fucking tank division versus just so many Romanian and Bulgarian divisions. That, we're actually breaking that tank just by the fact that we could just oh, fresh men, more reserves, just send them in. If we break that, now we need to pin them, and then they need to move in there, because what will happen is we will encircle. Look at that encirclement. They are dead. They are so dead right now. We just take all these guys and we gangbang that. We just gangbang it. Maybe not the most appropriate terminology. We take all that. We're doing fine. We're doing that, and that is 5 major nation divisions beaten by poxy Romanian, Bulgarian divisions, because we are the puppet master. We are vampiring. Love that term. We're vampiring. Now let's let's not get carried away. So they've run out of manpower. It's good. That means they'll be training more divisions for us instead of them. So these guys will both be training 3 divisions for us. Because of that, that's good. That's really good. All those 5 divisions, they're gone. They're dead. They're dead, Jim. That is extremely good for us. Just turn it down a bit. Go here. Edit. And let's expand the front that they're willing to cover. That's fine. It's totally fine. Now we're still taking territory, boys. As long as we are still pushing and still taking territory, we've still got manpower's gone a bit squiffy. We're low on equipment now, so we might not want to push across the whole front. So let's stop pushing there. Stop pushing there. We still want to push in the south. We still want to push in the south, yeah. So we'll just stop. We'll just chill for a bit. We'll chill. Now, Germans should be fine. How much equipment were we boned on? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. So now might be the point to call in. Let's pause it. Let's see what we've done. We've taken a lot of land. We've taken about 65% of what we needed to take, but we've now stalled. We are struggling on equipment for sure, and we are struggling on manpower. So we just need to wait for Germany to finish Danziger War. Once they have defeated Poland, we call them in to help us. That simple. Simple as that. Call Italy, we call Germany in, and we just take whatever land we can get. We just take what we can get. We're not greedy about it. We just take what we can get. I'd say 941, too far ahead. Might as well get the conversion thing now. Might as well start thinking about better infantry equipment. We were trading steel. We will probably get away with trading slightly less steel. Is anyone still attacking? No, that's the Germans. That's the German battle plans that they've got ready to go. Come on, Germany. Come on. Military factories +3. We just need more. Yeah. More equipment. There we go. So now the Germans will pour into Poland. That shouldn't take long. I could call the Italians in to help me here. I could do. Oh, bloody hell. Is that the... That shouldn't be me doing the attacking. Germans might already be involved. Poland joined the Allies. So because Poland's joined the Allies, I think what that means is that the Germans are going to have a go. Germans are going to have a go. Now, that means probably I should give them a hand. Yeah. We're going to give them a hand. And we should be able to take a lot more land now. Now see, I didn't need to actually call them in. They've done their thing. Now the Italians might get boned over here. This has gone very interesting all of a sudden. I'm not even defending my border here. I'm like, Germany, you do it. You do it, Germany. My equipment might be in the poo hole now. Yeah, it's not doing great. But because we've got so much international support now, it's just that we're just overwhelming the Allies here. There's nothing they can do. If they want to, there's just nothing they can do. I don't need to be training more divisions right now. Yeah, I don't need to be training more divisions, so I'm not going to right now, which will help solve the equipment problem by half. Which is great. So there we go. We're still going. We're still going on the stream. We'll take Yugoslavia. The Allies can't really do anything about it. Italians will probably get slightly bummed here, but I'll support them when they help me take Yugoslavia. I might that more French tanks being obliterated. So I might not get as much of the spoils of war as I would want. Right, who's not got a job anymore? There you go. Should all have jobs now. You guys don't have a job either. Here you go. Just come and help. Just come and be line fillers. Come and be help. Italy wants me to join the war over here. I'm not super stoked about that. Not super stoked at all, to be honest. Bulgarians. Offensive line. Oh, so Germany's taken Poland fairly easily. That's pretty standard, to be fair. We're going to take Yugoslavia, which is pretty standard, to be fair. Although it really should be Germany and oh wow, they're going for it. We need to finish this quickly so Germany can take its divisions and put them where it needs them. I have no idea where my divisions are hiding now. Just attack. Attack. I have no idea what the heck's going on. Research. We've got... Yay! There we go. Yugoslavia's capitulated. Which means, because Yugoslavia... Oh, how interesting! That might work out very much to our advantage, because Yugoslavia joined the Allies. How interesting. Yugoslavia joined the Allies, which means the war's not over, which means we don't have to pick who annexes which, who gets which territory, and I just get to keep everything that I took. That's going to work out very, very nicely for us. In diddly deed. That's going to work out very nicely for us. And we're doing totally fine on equipment and everything. So that'll be a good point to finish it soon, I reckon. Finish him! Finish these guys, free up the divisions for Germany. That's all we need to do. Germany, yeah. Germans and Italians need their divisions for this. I'll be able to send some guys over here to help them with that mess. It's all going to work out very nicely. Nice, that's nice. Tight. What are you doing? Loading! Wow, those boys do not want to give in, do they? Finish them off. Kill them. These guys are going to walk in here. Take the port. Take the supplies. They will then collapse. And we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time. Yeah, now he's going to collapse. They're going to collapse. They have collapsed. Oh. And that will be your first, and I will finish it there, and that can be your first basic 2-hour opener for playing Puppet Romania and seeing the power that it can do. 830, my manpower is so low. But it will recover. It will recover. You shall see, it will recover. When we stop attacking like mad, manpower will go up totally fine. And to be honest, being on service by requirement by the start of start of the Soviet front, it's kind of fine. Oh god, I ruined it. They're about to capitulate. Oh no, it's good. Overall, it'll be better. unending waves of Romanians and Bulgarians and Hungarians. Endless waves. Alright. We probably going to need to help the Germans now. Shall we go to service? Can I even go to service by requirement? Why can't I go to service by requirement? 60% war support. So I need to just invest a little bit in like war propaganda and improved working conditions and boost these guys. So now, let's pause it. It's 1939. 2 years, 2 full years before we need to get involved in the World War proper. And we now have all this shit. All of it. What the hell are these guys? They're a right protectorate of Germany, fine. But all this, we have grown from this little bitty, we've doubled in size at least. I'd say 100% increase. We have 2 more years to expand. And I might save it here and do, for the next live stream, continue it for the next 2 years. And in those next 2 years, what we want to do, very importantly, is take over Greece, who are, whatever, their independence is guaranteed by Britain, but we don't care. We're already at war with Britain. And we're going to take over Turkey. Once we take over Turkey, we break into the breadbasket that is the Middle East. Now, there's a lot of sand here. But by breaking into the breadbasket of the Middle East, we get Iraq. If we look at resources, they've all got a little bit. All got lovely, delicious oil. You know what Germany needs? You know what Germany needs? They need oil, man. Look how rich Greece is. So we keep all the steel and the tungsten and the aluminium. We keep all that shit. You know, we keep all the chromium. We keep all that. And we just give all the oil to Germany. And once we take this, we start pushing here. We blow up the Suez Canal to upset the British. We take a round. It's just, the world just opens up. The world just opens up. So, the last thing I would say is, if you look, we took over Hungary about a year ago. About a year ago. And we took a bit of their manpower. We took some of their manpower. We took some of it. But we left them with, you know, we didn't interfere with them too much. And now look, they've got their extensive conscription of their own volition. They've got 25k manpower, all good. You know, these guys are up to 5. They've still got the 5k manpower. They're still on extensive conscription. You could probably, you know, if we stole some more manpower from them, they'd probably give us some more. They've probably got up another conscription level. But guess what we can do with Hungary now? Like, look what they've started doing. They've started producing men for take. We could just take 5 of their divisions. We can do the same to Greece and to Turkey. And, you know, by the time 1941, you know, we will take Greece, 1940. We'll take Turkey, 1941. That's what it'll be. Their faction, their focuses. So you don't need to spend political power, and it's really quick, so you can get them, and you puppet both of those, and suddenly you are the puppet master. And you, guess what? 1941 rolls around. You hold this with all your trash divisions. All the trash, you just hold that line, you don't break it. Maybe you put some of your good divisions there, you just don't break. Then you come down here and you put some of your best divisions down here and you just go, hello, unguarded belly of Soviet Union. And you break through and you murderate them. You murderize them. And that's it. So we're going to end it here, guys. We've ended on a good point. Sadly, we had to take Yugoslavia by force. I was hoping they would capitulate. This has actually been almost a worst case scenario for this tactic. We only got the 3 divisions really from Bulgaria. If this goes to but even with that, we were still able to get plenty of good stuff from Bulgaria and Hungary. Even with that, but in a best case scenario, these guys join you, and you get their 16 divisions, and you just totally overwhelm Yugoslavia so quickly. That's the best case scenario. But worst case scenario, you still basically do a faction focus that gives you 12 plus 3 divisions. These guys will now just keep churning out 3 divisions. It's glorious. And we can poke these guys and force them to give us more manpower. That's not a problem. If we drain that last 5k from them, they'll jump up to service by requirement, and then they'll start churning out their own divisions again. It's good times. It's very, very good times. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it there. Exit to menu. Know how good we were overall score. We won't be right. Oh yeah, look at that. We're in like, what, the top 10? It's not bad. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're top 12. Army-wise. Look at that. Our army is above the United Kingdom's. That's so cool, man. I can't. Yeah, our army is above the United Kingdom's. Like, we've got 11 army score. No, wait. Yeah, Axis 19. Yeah, 11 army score. We're only just below, like, Italy. Like, we could easily overtake them. We could easily overtake them, man. So, anyway, we'll end it there. We'll end it there. Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I know I have. I know a lot of you were asking for Hearts of Iron. And you've had it now. Let me know down in the comment section whether you want to see more Hearts of Iron or whether you want me to play a different kind of game. Always willing to mix it up, keep you guys entertained during crazy lockdown situations. Regular videos will resume. I have a video ready to talk about, what is it? It's another Good, Bad, the Ugly. Good, Bad, Ugly of, I want to say Line of Sight, Look Out Sir. So there we go. I've got a video ready to talk about Look Out Sir. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. And of course, I'll see you guys next time.